Hello and welcome to my Pyro POV on Upward.
Mission begins in 6
And yes,
seconds.
Cove, this is the match and not a scrim. So we're going to start our offense, so I'll be probably running the axe extinguisher this time and the flare gun. I really like to run the flare gun on Upward. The long sight lines let me harass snipers or other classes pretty well. Running the shotgun or the reserve shooter now that it's up, been buffed. It's not as good because of the distances you can get flares at. There's just such long sight lines. Flares are always good with long sight lines. The reserve shooter is kind of interesting though, with like that big buff to 4 ammo. I always liked it when in pubs, but I don't know about
Mission begins
in comp
10
play.
seconds. 5, 4,
And on offense I'll go between the power jack and the axe extinguisher depending on how I feel, how much movement we're getting. And there, quick check for sticks, checking common spy spots, there's there or on the cliff, sticks there in the texture glitch, and keep some damage off of the heavy. I go to cart to keep it at 3 and also to get some ammo. Messing up reflex. It looks like we popped there. And yeah. Saw the spy, tried to get him, couldn't do much. Kind of a wash on the Uber exchange there. We didn't really get that much from it, but everyone stays up.
Pyro is nearing a checkpoint. Additional time has been awarded.
And there, the sniper got cut out pretty badly. At this point, we should be having some of the lighter classes capping the card and comp jump onto the hill. Kind of going towards it. And I pick up the ammo there just to double check that he went down the spy. Although with the sound from the hit doing full damage, kind of knew that he didn't definitely. And I should have axed him there, but I get the recovery with the flare gun. So now we're going to build and use our upper advantage to push like 2. I just have to make sure that the spam stays off the medic. And I didn't really surf the first explosion, which would have probably let me live. Probably could have switched to the power jack here, move up faster, but that was a quick spawn, so I didn't really think about it. And the spy seemed to have dropped our combo there, so this is kind of a wasted Uber. I can't do much with it. With the homewrecker maybe I could get in and do some damage, but the Pyro will kind of take care of that. And there I'm just trying to put myself between the jumping soldier and our medic. I should have reflected some stuff, but if I take the damage, it's still a win. Yeah, and now I'm just doing spy duty, spy checking, making sure that our med stays up, so we can make a good push.
Attention. 5 minutes left in the mission. 5 minutes left in the mission.
And now I know I got the spy there. I can hear the damage. And now we get the pop. So there I was mostly going forward to stop the air blasting, then the Pyro goes down quickly, so I just put out damage. And now we've got more than ×3 on the cart. Combo's trying to go up, get the ground in front. This never makes a little jump there. And I'm running low on ammo, so I'm going to get some more. Make sure I can support air blast projectile, keep the combo safe. Because now we're putting good pressure, keeping the cart at ×3, making a good time. Oh, it looks like we used the Uber. That seems like pretty successful. Keep the gun from building, keep them from setting up. And there what the soldier is doing is kind of putting its rocket short so that I can't really reflect them. So I'm backing up. Because if you just put them at me, it's not that hard to reflect them. And now you'll spy. Anytime I can put flares onto classes, I'll do that. Kind of. There are a couple of reasons to do it. You stop crit heals, so if you don't take any damage, you heal at a faster rate. There I see the spy, it's pretty obvious. I'm just, I'm going to protect the cards, protect the players from whatever they can mount. And that's a pretty good time. I'll do my trick here where I go power jack. It doesn't make a difference, but I just get to suicide a little faster. And then switch to the homewrecker for D. The sentry gun's just so important that you really do need to run the homewrecker or something that can remove sappers on defense. Even losing like members of your combo is usually not as bad as losing your sentry. Losing your sentry is like the point in time in which you usually have to just give up a point.
Mission begins.
So I always try and run the homewrecker on D, unless I know the gun's built like on last and upward. The gun's built upper, so I can't really defend that. So I don't usually have to run the homewrecker then, because I can't get to the sentry in time. And now I'm just going to start doing my spy checking routine. They made their suicides. Maybe they'll go for them again, but I'm more or less now expecting the spy to try and make an effort to have his crack at the sentry and her combo. And there I just see where he is. And first things first, save the sentry, get the sapper off. And there, like, I don't entirely know that the spy had died. And at that point it kind of doesn't really matter that much to me. I will be able to find him very easily, and I can instead go back to protecting the combo. And out of use, so I'm just gonna try and out. I want to go with the medic, but I can't.
Additional time.
So instead I take this route around. And now we're going to build on 2. Kind of do a soft hold on the cliff there, while our NG bolts on 2, and we can just give them a bit of resistance and back out afterwards. And I guess the most important thing here is that we don't really drop the combo. It's dangerous there with the sniper. He has good sight lines. And I'm just making sure that we can build and get set up here. There I saw our heavy Dewey was in trouble, so I kind of go and peek, make sure there's no projectiles coming. And this part's going to be pretty boring. I'm just going to really spy check in this area. I'm not going to get very far away. This way I can quickly come and air blast, and also do some spy checking in kind of precautionary places. Now the spies, they can either go through here or they can kind of go through the little hut. And I think their spy was mostly staying around hut. So then, like, I don't find him because he's never in this area. But I do deny him that option of coming here, and I'm still effective to, you know, save the gun if they come in with their Uber. And now we're doing the Uber exchange. And got some damage. We know that the medic's kind of stranded. And yeah, get him there. I see the telly, but really my priority here is to protect, go back, make sure that we keep this point. And I missed the first flare. Otherwise that was probably a kill for me. Yeah, so in that case, actually, getting the medic pick kind of might have been the difference there between us keeping second there and losing it like we did. I'm not entirely sure though. In the end, we still get advantage. Oh, and there the spy comes and gets her heavy. I was probably tunnel visioned. And I'm back to sentry and combo duty. Trying to stay close, but maybe check some areas that the spy could be hiding in. And really, even with the NG, yeah, see him coming from so far away, that's just an easy air blast to keep everyone up. It was like I was saying, even with the NG, we're trying to move the sapper there, because I do it in one hit, I'll always try and save the sentry too. That difference in time can make a big difference for the survival of this gun.
Mission ends in 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2,
And now we're running out of time.
victory.
Yeah, so that was a pretty big win. So now on to the second half. And they're going to have a little pause here. So one of the biggest differences that, the biggest adjustments that our team's been making is we're not holding on to points as long as we used to. And that's really made a big difference in terms of like how long we can hold. We're not sacrificing nearly as much to try and hold on to that first point or that second point. We're ditching it way earlier. We're still, you know, kind of bleeding a bit, but it's improved a lot, and we're making some good changes there. That's a really big difference in payload. The pushers kind of got stalled out by bleeding, but you know, those are improving too. We've got new heavy Dewey. Shouts to Dewey. You know, Iron Giants ride the walrus. Yeah. Good times. And now we're going to get back into this. They're going to be pushing first. That last half was not that close. Last on upward can be pretty hard to push.
Mission begins in 30 seconds.
I managed to get their med twice. First time was definitely worth it. Gave us an advantage so we could push. We didn't make use of the advantage, but
10 seconds.
it gave us the advantage.
5, 4,
The second time was probably worth it.
1.
Tough to say. I don't know really what happened there on that last hold. Well, on second. And now they're going to make a jump. He was coming in a bit fast there. It was hard for me to blast him, keep everyone at full health, but he didn't manage to land a hit, so he was okay in the end. So I kind of expect him to make another jump. So I'm going to be kind of doing spy watching and watching for jumpers. If possible, I also want to try and look at the sentry gun. I'm really expecting the spy to come around any point now. But that's a jump that the spy can make. I don't really check it enough, but it's there. And yeah, I think Jay's called the spy, and I will take care of that. I'm going to try and protect a bit, but it's too late. Sentry's down. We're probably going to have to limit this point, it looks like. But our heavy's kind of still in there. I know the sniper's around that corner, so I'm trying to get some harass. And now I'm pretty sure I can get a kill. Although I screwed that up twice. And it looks like we might be able to hold this first anyways, even though it looked like they could have pushed it in. Yeah, so what happened there, why we could hold the point was, they got the gun, we start to back off a bit, you know, our heavy was in there pretty hard, but then he comes back, or something, and they don't push the cart hard enough that we can kind of stall them out a bit. Yes, they come back in the end, you get it. we don't really get the full setup, but we stalled them out a bit, just a bit of a delay. And now that they have the cap, we're going to really have to back off. They're stacking times 6 on the cart there. That's 3 wasted, you know, cap people. And the way he moved there was super suspicious. Cobe, like, to just stop in front of the sentry gun there, even though he didn't catch fire. It just looks so suspicious. That's why I keep the flame on him. Of course, I guess a spy would be like, you'd have to be a pretty bad spy to move like that, obviously, and just delay out there. But still. And I'm going to get some ammo from there. I don't want to take any of the ammo packs from RNG while he's still kind of building phase. But after everything's set up, I'll, you know, freely take those packs and not worry about it too much. It's pretty important that I have a good amount of ammo so I can air blast. So I'm going to try and keep it above 100 for sure. And into this kind of holding pattern. Just trying to stay close so I can protect the sentry, deny Ubers, but also do some spy checking. There I got aggressive. Not really sure why. I think there was a call for it. But as you can see, there was really, they didn't have anyone on the cliff. And now I'm expecting the Uber to come in, so I start the air blasting. And I'm trying to kind of time those air blasts to hopefully get sticks. And then reply without Uber. And that looks like a pretty good defense until our heavy goes down. The sentry goes down, but Jace is able to build it right back up. And now we're back into the holding pattern. Successfully repelled that push. Puffer's holding in window there, keeping their demo from, or their soldiers from spamming up the gun. And there's someone that's probably, at some point they talk about the spy holding in the hut. So I'm going to start shooting flares in there at some point. Our man needs to get some health, so I stay with him. Basically, when our heavy is down, I'm going to try and stick with the med. Positioning's pretty aggressive here. I air blast the bombed scout because, well, I just don't want to see too much. Keeping him in front of the gun. So that when the bonk fades, he can go down right away. And there, so Pufferfish is running the Cow Mangler. He really likes it on this map. Oh, that looks like a spy. Yeah. And I double check. Pick up the ammo, make sure he's dead. And now the Reaper comes in, so I can try and deny it. And our Reaper comes out. I'm trying to stay in front. now I can put out some damage. And at that point I knew I was pretty much dead, so I just put out as much damage as possible. Delayed. Hopefully our combo gets out, but everyone goes down. Yeah. Probably should have delayed them a bit, then pulled out. That would have been safe. I go down that way because I'm expecting us to be building out 3. We know the spy's around here somewhere. I'm kind of expecting to check the corner, and I was doing more defensive spy checking. But now we know the spy's around somewhere. And there he comes out, just like we were expecting.
5 minutes left in the mission. 5 minutes left in the mission.
That was kind of messy. I don't quite know how they might got that fire up at that point. Maybe with their demo. And at this point I should be switching to the axe. Because with the sentry gun up there, I'm really not going to be able to do much for him. Instead I'll be trying to kind of control underneath in this kind of area under. And that's pretty obvious spy. Kind of staying in the under and between there and the combo, controlling this area. Oh, and I'm just doing so badly. Yeah. Should not have lost that fight. Now I think I'm going to make the switch to the extinguisher. Because, yeah, it's just going to give me the most out of all the melees here. I'm not going to be moving enough to make the power jack worth it. Instead I'm going to use that little bit of, burst. Our combos kind of hold around here. Not sure about that. I really like tiles for the combo. It's kind of slightly offensive hold, but it's also it's easy to move back into a defensive position. Just going through the window there from tiles. I think it's a pretty good place to hold in there if I'm the spy. I think he failed there. He didn't hear the full quick sound from the flare. That's a pretty good indication he isn't actually down. But under is a really strong place for the Pyro to hold. You can really burst down people. The confined spaces make your air blasting very effective. You can, it's very effective. And you're close enough that you can, do something for your combo. And Puffer there makes it a trade. So it was, I don't know, it's not really all that worth it for me to go down, but the demo was a pretty good pick anyways. And now we're heavy is down, so I'm going to stick with the med here in this corner.
Attention. 5
stay out of the spam lanes, but
5 minutes left in the mission.
you know, stop anyone from coming in. And their sniper. A lot of flare gun methods prediction. Yeah, and that's exactly why the extinguisher is so good. Just so much burst. Oh, and there Pyro gets the puffs on me, so I can't quite burst down their heavy. Going to protect the cart. Try and stay alive now. That was my kind of... At that point I was just trying to stay alive so I could do some defense. But minis are just really good at picking off low health targets. But that's a pretty respectable hold at a bit under 14 minutes.
Mission begins in 60 seconds.
I guess I could talk again about the power jack versus the extinguisher. For me, it's a really situational pick now. I really like the movement speed of the power jack. It's really strong. The damage penalty doesn't matter that much, since when you're going to be using it, you're probably going to be either just in a safe place trying to get into better positioning, or escaping, and then you just need the move speed anyways, and the damage penalty is worth it. Plus, it's nice to get that little health buff every now and then. But,
Mission begins in 10 seconds.
if you're up against someone like the Heavy or the Demo,
4, 3,
having that little burst is really nice. And now check the spy spots. I should have puffed the glitch. Go to the cart, get some ammo, and then go back to the combo. Check the spy, I find him, but I can't get him a light. Oh, there he is. And now I'm pretty low health, so I'm gonna go with the cart. No, too low health, so I'm just gonna go back. Stay up. Go back to my spy checking. Kind of stacking the guard here a bit too much. We should be going... Yeah. Our Heavy was up there. Our Med and Demo probably should have been too. I'm trying to just find some common spy spot there. And then try and keep the scout officer, medic. Now I got a flare onto the, probably the sniper maybe, someone. It was hard to tell, it was over the cliff, couldn't see them, but like these kind of areas really why I like to run the flare. Harass, it's just so good. And now there's a call for going in, we use the Uber, trying to keep, well we only have ×2 on the cart, but that's okay. Hopefully it'll be ×3. Okay, now I call the Heavies behind us. While our Heavies getting their heals, I'm going to try and stay away. Make sure the medic isn't on fire, so we can't get burst from the flare or anything. Just completely out of ammo at this point, so I'm going to go slow the cart, keep it at ×3, get some ammo. I'm gonna go up with the combo, protect them. And no one's on the cart now, which is a mistake. Yeah, and then they go back and get it, so I can go back up to where the combo had been. In that situation, I guess I hadn't really noticed it was the Pyro. If so, I could have gone in for the air blast. Instead, I'm just going to sit on the cart, make sure it keeps going forward. I think our Scout and Ninja had gone down previously. Oh, Cope just went down now, so he was doing something else. Dewey comes out to help with the cart. That was probably more effective at the forward holding there. But we need to keep people on the cart so we get a good time. Now Cope's there and Jace too, so we can go forward. And I'm going to check tiles. It's such a good place to push from and hold. Throw out flares. Doesn't entirely matter if I see someone there or not. Even just putting flares out just keeps people from moving into areas. And I don't entirely believe that the spy went down, but coming too late when I see the combo, I'm going to try and go for that. But they know I'm coming, so not much I can do. And now we have a super aggressive spawn camp on them. Just need to keep people on the cart. Yeah, and that's Upward. Thanks for watching.